Leo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today we're here to do a end of June reading, also coinciding with the summer solstice or winter solstice for those of you in the southern hemisphere. We're going to take a look at the overall general energy during this time period, the opportunity and challenge, as well as the hidden truth. Let's start out first with a spirit animal oracle guide for the solstice season, ushering in a brand new season in nature. I love this time of year. For those of us who are enjoying summer, get out there, play, enjoy it while it lasts. Thank you for tuning in, for joining me here, Leo, and thank you for all of your support of this channel. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Leo today. All right, let's see. What spirit animal guidance do we have here for you, Leo, for the end of June? Kicking off summertime or winter. I don't want to neglect all of you who are tuning in around the world here, but we can't help but be excited about summer vibes. Leo, what's happening? Kangaroo. Speaking of down under or southern hemisphere, good old kangaroo. I got to visit kangaroos once. It was awesome. I've been down to Australia. I'll never forget holding a koala and petting a kangaroo. Let's see. Cycle. I think you had this. I want to say you had this card the last time I pulled from this deck. A 9-month cycle is at play. Your current project will take 9 months to mature and benefit you. Commit fully to it. You have all the strength and stamina you need as long as you move forward and not backward. Okay, so you're in the midst of a 9-month project, or you could be really working hard at something that you know is going to take a while to mature. Something you're putting a lot of your time and energy into. It's going to require a lot of strength and stamina. All right. Let's now move into the tarot. 9-month cycle. Some of you might be trying to get pregnant. Others of you are already pregnant. There's with the kangaroo with the little baby. Or you could have a newborn. Congratulations for all of you who are considering becoming parents. It's an amazing journey. It is a journey. Ooh, the world and the lovers. Yeah, or you could be wrapping up one cycle with a connection, heading towards the next phase, perhaps. We call that the escalation of a relationship, right? From dating to committing to cohabitating to getting engaged to getting married. Let's see. What is the overall general energy for you, Leo, here for the end of June? Ooh, that one to come out. Flying out. 2 of Swords. At a crossroads. Could be having to make some major decisions at this time. Something feels a bit blocked. I'm getting some sort of blockage. Could be an emotional blockage. We'll see. Opportunities. The sun. Good. What did I say? Get out there and play. Enjoy that sunshine on your faces. Solstice could be a pretty pivotal time because we do have the sun here. Your energy. Really step into that energy, Leo. Justice, major arcana. So this is a pretty big time for you where maybe the challenge is to bring a situation back in balance and to get through some of the blocks. You could be feeling like you've been in a pattern with somebody and you're breaking free. You're breaking free of that pattern and things are lightening up at this time. Ooh, yeah, maybe I feel like you might have had some troubling communications with someone that you're dealing with, but now things are, I'm seeing a major shift here. Whoever that you've had some issues with, I feel like you're going to make some really amazing strides in the communication. You might have a lot of new opportunities with work. If you've been working on some sort of project, whatever obstacles have stood in the way, the hidden truth here is that we're going from the 6 to the 7 with the 8 of Wands supporting it. So this is the card of opportunity coming your way for more money, more projects, more clients. You could be increasing if you are a business owner, you could just be getting those contracts. Let's clarify now. Justice. The Justice is showing up twice. So major arcana for Libra. You could have someone you're dealing with who has Libra placements or you have Libra placements. But there's been some blocks. Ooh, now we have Scorpio. You're going through a rebirth. Could be looking at some ways that you both have been showing up that have kind of disabled or debilitated the connection. And now I'm seeing a shift. You could be getting to the root of whatever the issue has been at this time. That does not want to go back in. Yeah, the World, 2 of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I do see that there's been 2 of Swords. There's been a lot of, no, we're not going to take a look at this. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to deal with it. But I feel like that has got to stop. So you could be confronting at this time, what's going on here? You know, or you feel like if you've had some blocks around you and your stability, around even feeling successful, things are starting to change where money's coming in. Okay, I can breathe a sigh of relief. I feel like you've had a lot of blocks and it's made you feel a certain way emotionally. You could have gone through a 9-month cycle where there were some struggles financially. And now it's like, the energy is stabilizing. You're entering into a new chapter where things are going to feel more grounded overall in your life. Leo, I love this. If there's been some struggles around you feeling stable, secure, that's clearing. I mean, you have been under some major blockages going on here. I mean, 2 of Swords. And this is, you're not as trapped as you think you are, or you're not as limited as you think you are. You might have had to find some creative ways of generating income, but there are opportunities that are knocking at your door, Leo. I almost said Libra. I mean, we do have a strong Libra influence where it's like, okay, the scales of justice, things are kind of calming down. Breathing, I feel like you're breathing a sigh of relief. You could have had a lot of pressure on you financially, Leo. Why is the Sun here? 7 of Wands, the Magician, yeah. You have been going through a lot of heavy burdens. You might have taken on a lot if you started a new project or you entered into a learning curve with your career and you just had a lot of moving parts, a lot to learn. Some of you took on new roles. Or if you are a business owner, you're really trying to expand, grow. You've had a growth mindset and you felt like, God, when am I going to get there? And I feel like you're kind of arriving at the end of this month, maybe checking out your monthly income, right? Your sales reports or your productivity. And you're like, man, I did good. It was hard, right? But you're determined. And now you're in a position where you're manifesting a lot more happiness and joy. Pay attention to your self-care. That's kind of a tail end here of like whatever the opportunity is to kind of drop that burden of like, okay, made it through. You could have been in the red last month and now you're like, okay, things are looking better this month. And it's almost like your attitude is shifting because of it, because you're like, wow, I actually did manifest something better for myself. I'm not feeling as blocked around my own abundance and my ability to create what I want. Because you're happy here. The opportunity is to be happy, to feel encouraged, right, in your sense of self. And this card, the 7 of Wands, is almost protecting your energy as well. Almost like whatever might be hard in your life right now, you're not going to let it get you down. You've got an optimistic point of view. I liked seeing that. You feel optimistic. That whatever challenges you've had, you're overcoming them, okay? And you've kind of like had a bigger picture view, like, okay, this might be hard, but I'm going to see it through and I'm going to get through it. And the challenge is maybe that work-life balance, because I'm seeing you really working hard. You're very career focused right now. So why is the Justice here? For the challenge for the end of the month. Whew. 7 of Swords. Ace of Cups. Yeah, I did feel this current too coming in with the Lovers, that you've had some strife and some emotional blockages going on in a connection that maybe you've been committed to for quite some time. You're wrapping up a cycle where you challenged each other, but you're having some major breakthroughs because there might have been some trust issues going on, fears coming up in this, and doubts. And now there's the challenge is bringing the love back, bringing the excitement back, remembering how much you really enjoy this person. I mean, there's fiery energy here and it's coming back into balance. The challenge is can you weather the storm, Leo, and hold steady? I feel like you're anchoring in an energy and saying, you know what, let's work through this block because we can't continue ignoring it. and you're putting yourself and your needs first, and you're manifesting your way out of a heavy burden, that this is created almost like this when blockages occur. Who did I tell? I don't know who I told it to, but it's like creates a kink, right? And now it feels like, and it blocks the energy flow between you and another person. So I feel like you're absolving this, resolving it, dissolving it. And that's going to come down to you being heart-led and speaking from your heart and really showing up in it's almost like you're just going to push through it with this person, and you're going to remember the love. I think it's challenging. I think you're with someone who challenges you. You've had to get strategic around bringing balance to this, but it's working. Whatever you're trying to do in your work life and in your personal life, you are moving forward. And I think that this is about you being more confident. Justice, this keeps showing up. There's something coming into balance, and it's been a challenge, but you're like, oh, finally. Yeah, it's around the communication. Whatever, and we're around opportunities that you've been waiting on, that you thought weren't going to happen. Well, sometimes when some things are blocked, it's so other things can come instead. So you may have had a period of time where you were doubtful and you started to not trust your path, and you're going to see something shift at the end of this month that's going to go, oh, well, that didn't work out because this was supposed to come in. But I do believe that those of you who are opening up to love at this time, some of you are completely single and you've had a challenging situation in love, and you're ready to attract something new and come into balance, and kind of that part of you that's saying you can't trust love, you're trying to like get it to be quiet. So you know what? You've done a lot of work on yourself. You've dropped that heavy burden of whatever you've had to relinquish. You're wrapping up a cycle. For those of you who are looking for new love, the challenge is keeping your heart open and trusting that it will come. You do have an opportunity here, I think, to give to something. You could be reevaluating a connection in your life, the hidden truth. Four of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Wow, 2 Six of Pentacles. I think that whatever someone was pulling back to deal with, they're coming back around now. You know, as far as like if you're in a long-term connection here, if you have someone by your side here, which I only saw in the pre-shuffle. That's why I'm not so certain. If you are in a committed relationship, you're bringing a fresh new energy to it, and you both have been kind of independent lately, doing your own thing. Even if you're around each other a lot, you still feel a little bit distant. But things are starting to come together. You're moving towards a period of time where the withdrawal of energy is now moving forward. You both are giving to this. You're in a better time period in this connection and in your life in general. I feel like the end of June is smooth sailing for you all. I really do. You're moving towards an equal give and take situation where you might have had to pull back and let someone step up a little bit. And while they were doing that, you were working on yourself. And for those of you who are calling new love in, and the challenges is trusting in that again, you just keep giving to yourself and keep having the faith, because there are new opportunities coming in. I do believe for those of you who are single, you've got something coming in more towards July. And for those of you who are in connections here, I see the universe is being generous with you. I feel like you were challenged. The hidden truth is you pulled your energy back, Leo. You stopped giving as much to a situation. You let someone be. And I feel like now they're coming forward. And they're willing to give to this in a new way. And it's making you happy. You're like, finally, all I had to do was pull back and just, trust. You're showing me that you're coming out of a period of time where you had a lot of doubts about whether something was going to really stabilize in your work or in your home life, or probably both. And now I think you're sitting back quite pleased. Someone's been slowly, steadily doing the work coming towards you. It's almost like a miracle, Leo. I feel like you did the right thing. If you had to pull, that was sideways. I feel like you've had... Oh, wait, I don't want to do this. I'm so sorry. My bad. We're doing, we're going to do some advice from Spirit from a different deck. I don't want to use the same deck. The challenge is to keep your heart open and save a little for you. And I think that you've got a good strategy here. You've got a good strategy here for keeping yourself in check and keeping things balanced. You're in a brand new beginning here. And you're a woman or a man with a plan when it comes to what you're going after. I think you have a new opportunity at work, or at least a lot happening in your work life. And you could just, you got a lot going on. I tell you, you got a lot going on. I'm surprised I don't see the Two of Pentacles. I just feel like as hard as you've been working, there's also been challenges at home. And you're trying to focus your opportunity the rest of this month is to focus on your self-care and drop whatever burdens and focus on the positivity in everything, in all things, positivity. No victimhood here, positivity. And you might need to get strategic about how to do that. But at any rate, there's a lot of celebrating going on. I think because the energy is lightened up. The energy has definitely lightened up. But it took you pulling away, I think, and saying, you know what, you got to give a little. And sometimes you got to pull back a little bit. And you also have to pull back and trust the universe that they got you. You got a lot of new good things coming in, Leo. You've been waiting patiently. I feel like that was sideways. So the advice here is whatever you've been waiting a long time for, there you go. I think, yeah, you're like, you know what? I've taken some losses here and I could sit in disappointment for maybe the way you were being treated or opportunities, being blocked. You persevered. I feel like you persevered, and now you're entering a new cycle, a new phase in your life where you're going to be feeling more stability, more security, and more harmony. 10 of Cups. The advice is you've been waiting a long time to come out of some sort of disappointment energy, maybe in your career or in your personal life, but it's shifting now. It's totally shifting. You've had some good, healthy boundaries. I think that you've taken a stand recently. I think recently it was like, speak your truth, speak up. And that speaking up helps someone open up their heart. I want to say that was the title. I'm sorry, I didn't check the title of the last reading that I did for you for the mid-monthly, but I do believe, Leo, whatever you did worked. If there was some emotional blockages, whatever you did to wake somebody up, to allow them to come towards you and give to you in a more healing, loving way, it's working. I mean, the hidden truth here is that the communication's improved. They're giving to this better. You're feeling like you're in a time period where you can harvest the fruits of your labor. You're moving on from a period of emotional withdrawal from someone. Things are coming into balance. We had the Justice pop out 3 times. So I feel like this new cycle, the 9-month cycle you're going in, is a new chapter where you're going to feel more triumphant. You've showed your stamina, and things are going to be a lot more balanced moving forward. Commit fully to this new cycle and to things that you've learned in the previous cycle. Whatever you weren't, it's like when we don't speak our truth from the heart and we're not letting someone know how we really feel, I feel like you were kind of holding back. And then I think you had a healing conversation, or you were about to have a healing conversation, and it's going to shift the energy between you and another person. And I just feel like you're also getting a lot of opportunity financially, and I think that's improving your outlook. So I'm seeing from pessimism to optimism here, Leo. Let's get the key oracle for the end of the month for you. What is the key oracle? Well, let me shuffle this. You could be rising in a new phase in your career, feeling a lot more hopeful. What is the key oracle? This is coinciding with the solstice season, because this is the card with the different elements. Earth. Ooh, that's way too many. One, Spirit. Just one. Yeah, fly free. I think you had to detach from something emotionally, and it allowed someone to figure their shit out, Leo. You're longing to be untethered from what doesn't serve you any longer, which I do believe is this 4 of Cups. It's like it doesn't serve you to feel like a victim in your life. I feel like you took back your control. A carefree possibility beckons you to release attachment to outcomes and people. Freedom is yours for the taking. Surrender to the process and let go of expectations. You know what? You're flying free. It's almost like you're detaching. If someone's showing up in an unhealthy way or in a way that's just undermining the connection, it's like you're being very patient with them. But I do believe that you've learned how to cope with someone being in and out and not letting it impact you in a negative way. You're stable in your energy. You've grown a lot, Leo, during this time period. And I feel like you're entering a cycle now where you know how to stay centered in self, to surrender and not worry about how other people are showing up around you, whether they're coworkers, family members, friends, lovers. It's like you know how to do what you need to generate your own happiness, regardless. And I love it because you're showing that you have healthy boundaries of like, this is mine, this is yours. Beautiful work, Leo. I'll see you in the next one. Fly free and enjoy this time period. Enjoy the new season. Get out there and enjoy the sunshine. Take care. Sending love.